Get ready. Come on. Get ready. Hey. Get ready for Betty and Michelle, Phyllis and Stephanie. There's a new show called Good Grief, Good Gossip, Good God, called it G3. Education, celebration, transparency. There's no subject they won't tackle if it uplifts you and me. Good grief, good gossip, good God, G3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Good Grief, Good Gossip, and Good God. We are so excited about our second season, and I'm excited to be back with my sisters. I have missed them. And just in case you all have forgotten who we are, my name is Michelle Porter. I have Phyllis Clark with me. Tell them, hey, Phyllis.
Hey.
And I've got the beautiful Betty Baye, just look, our beautiful New York City sister over there. My Delta Diva, as she always likes to remind all of these AKAs that she's here with. And I have my beautiful Stephanie Lackey over there. Hey, Stephanie. We are so excited to be back together and just to share some good grief, good gossip, and good God with all of you. Before we just jump into what we've been doing, what's going on, and just notify you of a few changes, we just want to remind everyone of the basis and the background in this particular show. We are here to celebrate our beautiful sisters. We are here to give you some good grief and how to deal with grief and how to find the positive in that versus just feeling down for that particular day. We wanted to celebrate good gossip. We want to talk about ways that we can empower our sisters and be better women and support each other. Another thing, we cannot have enough of our good God. Every show we're going to give you a powerful scripture or just some inspirational words just to get you not only through that day or through that week. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie. We're going to start with you, my beautiful sister. Let's talk about what you've been doing since we were last together.
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, I have missed you all tremendously. I love my co-host and my sisters in Christ. So, gosh, really busy. Since we have met last, I've been busy really focusing in on my company, SL Consulting Solutions, spending a lot of time picking up some clients. God has been really good. And then most of all, just living a really transformational life. And when I say transformational, I mean really spending time with God and having that one-on-one time with Him on purpose. I mean, all day long, just getting on His nerves, right? So we're in this COVID pandemic, but I feel like He is using all of us for a greater purpose. So I've been spending a lot of time, and then you all know I love being on my bike. So of course I have spent some time on my bike, both outside and inside. We've been blessed with some beautiful weather. So I've been doing a lot of that as well. Also working on a couple of certifications. So doing a lot of reading. Phyllis, I don't know how you do it. You're in a college setting all day long, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I need these certifications. So doing a lot of reading. So I am going to pass and volley over to my beautiful sister, Phyllis. What have you been up to since we met last?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I too am happy to be back. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is going to be an amazing season. We have a lot planned, and I'm just glad to be a part of it all. So I have been involved in quite a bit myself, and so I guess the first thing I'll quickly share is that I started a support mastermind. 2020 was something in and of itself, right? Well, 21 is probably not going to get off that easy either. So I've had to make sure that I've stayed as steady as possible for my family, for my children. I have 2 daughters. And so I've been working really hard to keep myself stable, and self-care is really important as well. But it's not just about me. It's about all my other sisters out here who I want to see win. And when I say win, I'm talking about from within. because I spent so many years internalizing external stuff that it made me think that, I created situations for myself because of something that was going on outside of me. And so I'm working in a PhD program. I'm almost done. Thank God I'm almost done. And so I hope to talk about a little bit of that too coming up. The subject is imposter phenomenon. A lot of us have heard about that. And so the third thing is just making sure that my daughters get through this whole year. They have not set foot in school in close to a year now. It's been over a year. But they are walking around with 4.0s and 4.1s, and I'm just trying to get them on to college. And yes, it's a lot going on in my family. So, and then the last thing I'll mention is that y'all know I work at Simmons. I serve as VP for Student Services. And y'all, look, I don't even have enough time to tell y'all about Simmons. I'm just going to tell you to start watching out, because this Louisville's HBCU has some momentum, has some clarity, has some amazing things coming up for folks in the local community, as well as around the region. I can't even share all of that yet, but just wait. It's going to unfold. In fact, it's unfolding right now. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that as our shows go on. But the people, just get ready for Simmons, because we are out here. We are, and I'm excited. So, all right. Now I'm going to pass it over to the illustrious. Betty Baye. I want to say Dr. Baye.
The one and only.
I have to tell you all, I'm getting ready for a big birthday, a major birthday in a couple of weeks. I am very excited, and I'm glad that God got me here. And since last we met, like a lot of people, I've been inside a lot. So I've had a lot of time for self-examination. So I've gone through all of the various stages of grief. I miss my friends. I miss my partner. I've had my moments. But at the same time, as other days, I just get up and I celebrate. When we did the St. Stephen's Women Ministry, when I moderated the book party, one of the things that Sherry Riley said in that book signing, her book, Exponential Living, how we spend 100% of our time doing 10% of who we are. She said, really, a lot of it has to do with your attitude when you wake up in the morning, the difference between saying, oh, I got to go to the gym, and saying, oh, I got to go to the gym because that's going to be good for me. So that will help. But, that's what I've been trying to get up in the morning and be a little better. And I'm always good when the spring is coming and my birthday is coming, because the weather is changing, stuff starting to get green again. But I have been doing an awful lot of reading, and also, I have to say, watching movies that I really didn't, get a lot of time to do before. And I have watched Sylvie's Love. I have watched Come Into America. I have watched the Billie Holiday story with Andra Day, who was fabulous, who I found out is a Delta. And, and we had a showing, like a private showing. So I got to see it, because I'm not buying no more channels. Whatever I don't have. So I'm going to come to somebody's house with a mask on and see what's ever on HBO, because I'm not buying anything else. But really, it's really been wonderful. And I've had these little stop-ins with people. I have been so blessed. People have, brought water for me. They brought food for me. My Stephanie gave me my gorgeous mask with the glasses on it that I absolutely adore. And I went to the opening of the new track, and it was interesting because one of the people on the Urban League staff offered to buy lunch for me, and I said, "Oh, that's okay." And she said to me, "Don't block my blessing." You know what I'm saying? And so I am working at getting better about, first of all, acknowledging that there are things that I cannot do by myself, or it's not safe for me to do it by myself, and to really accept help. And that's been a real challenge for me. So this COVID has taught me to be more accepting when people say, "Can I come over and do this?" And I, I have a jacuzzi tub and it's big, and I haven't been able to get in it in a year. And a friend came, and I said, if there was somebody else here, I would get in it because it's deep. And a friend came and helped me to get in my jacuzzi and let me sit in there. And then when I got out, drive me off and everything and got me out safely. So I am accepting help when I can. So it's really been a challenge, but I think we've all learned a lot about ourselves in this COVID, you know. And so I'm going to pass it on to my sweetheart, Michelle, who has not let the COVID stop her from doing stuff. That is a busy, beautiful woman. Michelle.
Thank you, all of my sisters. Oh my God. I was just telling somebody the other day, I need like 5 of me because, yeah. But I will say, one thing about COVID that I was intentional about, and I think all of us have done it, is I've been intentional about sitting still. I've been intentional about saying no. No is a complete sentence.
Yeah.
In all different countries. In every language. Exactly, Miss Betty. So I have been very intentional about sitting still, saying no, not taking on too much, and me time. As you all seen, I am quick to jump on a plane or bus, whatever, smoke, whatever it is, a cloud, and have a mecation. I think we talked about that a little bit last season. I know we'll get into that throughout the season 2. Just it's good to have me time and pamper yourself and focus on you. So I've been intentional about that. Of course, spending time with my family has been a big thing for me as well while we've been apart from each other. And just focusing on my, nursing. As you all know, we've been busy. So my nursing hat has been worn a lot during COVID. And last but not least, outside of my family, I was very blessed. As you all know, our Texas family went through that horrible storm. So that was a highlight for me since we've been gone. We were able to, with the support of my wonderful church family, Rajon Rondo, UPS, Louisville Urban League, and I'm just going to say several other churches and foundations because I don't want to forget anybody, but they supported M3 events. And we had a 502 Water for Texas water drive where we were able to spend, I prayed to God for 2 semis, but when I say you all just showed up and showed out, we sent 3 semis with over 120,000 pounds or gallons of water to, one truck went to Dallas and we sent 2 semis to Houston. And because of the overabundance in donations, I was also able to send water to Jackson, Mississippi. We had a contact there that got the water and distributed it there as well. So doing that just really blessed my spirit just to see how our city and everybody just rallied behind us and we were able to help our brothers and sisters in need during a very tough time. So I'm just happy to be back with my sisters and for us to just talk about what's been going on and share some good grief, good gossip, and good God with our audience and all of our followers. We're going to take a break and a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and talk about our beautiful face that's not with us right now and kind of inform you all about that. And then we'll talk about some other stuff. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Minister J. Renee Williams, the host of the program Real Talk with J. Renee. Real Talk with J. Renee, where we discuss controversial topics right here on SSC Live TV. So please be sure to join us every week on demand, ssclivetv.com. This is SSC Live TV. It's TV our way.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that brief break that we had. We are happy to be back with you and my beautiful sister Phyllis, the one and only diva, Miss Betty, and my beautiful sister Stephanie. We are back, and I know you all probably noticed we are missing one of our beautiful sisters. We love her dearly, the beautiful and fantabulous. I can't even talk today. I can't even get my words together. The beautiful Miss Tracey Johnson. She is no longer with us. We are so proud and so ecstatic that she has been blessed with a new promotion at her job, which is taking a little bit more of her time, let's say a lot more of her time. So she is no longer with us due to her work obligations, but we just want to just tell her that we love her. We miss her. She's welcome to come and join us at any time. But we just wanted to let our audience and our guests know that we are missing one of our sisters, but she's still with us in our hearts. Correct, ladies?
Yeah.
That is correct.
We'll try to drag her back depending on the subject. We may Tracey come back for one show or something.
Yeah, we'll find a way one with Miss Betty.
Yes, we will. And
And
I
we show
think,
up at her house with a
yeah,
camera.
but I think one thing people may notice is that we take turns hosting the show. And so everybody, we all have subjects that are close to us, things that we love. So we will be taking turns because, again, we're all about sisterhood, not, one over the other or whatever. So I love the idea that we rotate around. I mean, this is a part of how we want to live. We want to really share. And when I think about some of our upcoming subjects that, the different things that we want to talk about, we really, I think we've learned a lot in the COVID about, being alone, with family. Just like I said, me learning to accept people's kindnesses and not saying I can do it myself, all the time. And, so and I think about last season when St. Stephen was launching the network and when we came together, it seems like 100 years ago on the stage at the church.
It was like yesterday.
Oh yes, but it just seemed like a long time ago. We've been away from church. We've run into each other in different settings, on occasion in the store or whatever. But it's really been something to be away from what you're used to every day and, going out to eat with your friends, the simple things in life. And I don't know whether, I hate to say that God sends bad things, but sometimes it's just the idea of slowing down. And even when our show went on hiatus, we did 13 shows. You know what I'm saying? And we got time to catch our breath from that first season and the things that we were doing and to think about. But I think that we're still growing, and we certainly do miss Tracey. She was the glue, and she was so organized. And now Michelle is has assumed the role as our chief organizer because they know that I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I really do love my sisters that helped to pull me back in. And I must say before I be quiet that Michelle, your shirt sure is matching that picture on the wall behind you. It's like you. I don't know what that is back there, but it is matching your shirt.
That's my beautiful Riley back there. Beautiful artwork that we had done at the Color Gallery through one of those Melanin art series with our beautiful brother and awesome brother Charles Rice. So that's my grandbaby back there.
It matches your shirt. I don't know whether you bought it for that occasion. Yeah. And you've just been doing a lot of shows, and Stephanie's been trying to get back on the bike, and Phyllis over there with all the kids. Well, they're not all kids at Simmons, are they? Some of those folks along with me going to school, aren't they?
It's never too late, Miss Betty.
Non-traditional adult learners, yes.
Wow, are you adding some classes and courses over there to Simmons? Is it too late for people to register or what?
No, not at all. I can share that real quick. We're actually in the middle of a recruitment process right now. In fact, there's a recruitment concert, if you can believe that. With our president, hey, we do anything. So we have a recruitment event coming up. James Hall, and I think that information is already circulating, but he's a national gospel artist, and he's going to do a virtual concert on behalf of College of Kentucky. It's April the 7th. Okay. Oh no, I might have that wrong. I think it's April the 11th because that's Easter, right? April the 7th is Easter. But we are looking forward to him coming. Watch for that information. And yes, so we are admitting students right now. We will be for the next several months. There are some community partners that are also working with us, Evolve 502. I'd be remiss if I didn't say something about them, but that is the organization that has raised millions to help all of our JCPS students who are interested in going to JCTC or Simmons College. And there's like over 1,000 students that have applied for their scholarship.
Wow.
It's a $1,000 scholarship.
I love that.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Miss Betty, I'm going to piggyback on what you were just saying about how God is so intentional. And I know COVID has been insane crazy for all of us. But I do feel like he was intentional in that happening to, I hate all the deaths, so I don't want to discount any losses or any heartbreak that anybody experienced due to COVID, but I really believe it really helped us all to slow down, to stop, as Stephanie said, be intentional about spending time with God. Because what nerve Stephanie wasn't getting on, I was getting on the other one. We were on his nerves together. But I'm a firm believer that he's so intentional, and that it was intentional, and it was for us to sit still, for us to spend time with him, for us to spend time with our families, for us to focus on what's really important, to cherish the small things. Like I was watching a news story with my company where they showed a video of people getting to hug their parents for the first time in over a year. So for granted, I'm a hugger. Y'all know when I see you all, I'm hugging, I'm loving on you. But just the small things like a hug, or I think because we're just always going, Miss Betty, like you were just saying, Michelle, I see you moving. But I'm very intentional now about, okay, Michelle, you need to sit still. You've been doing too much. Get some rest, because your body will shut down on you, as we all know. Stephanie, with that being said, I know you've got some good gossip for us. You want to share something?
I do have some good gossip for us, and I just want to I want to also say, I mentioned being transformational, right? So in this season that we've been in for this last year, there are different ways we can be transformational. For me, it was being really intentional and transforming my faith, right? As little as a mustard seed, but as big as an ocean. I am big on faith. I believe whatever you ask God for, He will give it to you. He has proven it in all of our lives over and over again. So no one can make me just stray from.
And sometimes God says no, right?
But that's okay, because that delay sometimes means something better, later on. So when you look at transformation, there's ways we can transformate ourselves and the world around us, right? Just focusing in on yourself first. I think Michelle mentioned spending that quality time, whether it's a staycation, whether you are like her, she'll get on a plane every other weekend and go somewhere. I was intentional, right at New Year's Eve week. I was like, I've got to go. And so I went to Amelia Island. And you just got to take time to yourself, whatever that means. And you know me, I'll jump on the bike and just start riding. If you want to change the world around you, start with you first. Take care of you. We are so busy taking care of everybody else, but take care of you. And just continue to commit to self-improvement. I've heard all of us talk about different ways that we are improving our being, who we are, and what that means, right, to the world around us. View challenges as an opportunity. We are in a climate that is very challenging, but there are some opportunities, like you said, enjoying just the small things, being able to look forward to running across the sanctuary to hug y'all. And, I'm just looking forward to that day again. And then, of course, being generous with your wisdom. I cannot have one conversation with Miss Diva, Miss Betty by A, without words of wisdom that either I'm laughing or crying about. Right?
Amen.
And then just remember, she is. And she does it in such an elegant way, right?
And so
elegant is not the correct word to describe me.
Every conversation I have with Miss Betty, I get off the phone with her like, okay, I can just go out here and just tackle anything. I can the world.
Or I'm bent over laughing like crazy.
That too.
And then go after your dreams and inspire others to do the same, right? So Romans 12:2 states, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is in the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. That is our good gossip for this evening.
Yes. I love it. Yes. Hey, Jeffrey, I'm gonna use that moment that you just said about us being able to get back together and hug and love on everybody. I'm sure all of you. First of all, we had the absolute best Women's Day. I don't know.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
off the chain, but I was
Oh,
so excited to hear that we are in the transition of getting back to in-person worship on August the 1st. So I want to put that little plug in there when Stephanie was saying she can't wait for us all to be back in person. So I'm excited to hear that we will one day be back together, and it's going to be a whole process, so we can keep everybody safe and healthy at the same time. But I don't want everybody to forget, or anybody to forget, we still will be offering online worship as well. So
That's awesome.
and I will be wearing that mask that Stephanie gave me.
And with that being said, don't hesitate. Vaccinate. How do you say it? Okay, don't
hesitate.
vaccinate shots, please, so that we can love on one another. So, it's about that time, ladies. And I know all of us can be reached at different avenues, whether it be on social media or your websites. And so let's kind of just go around the room and tell our audience how they can get in contact with us. And don't forget your businesses, honey, please. My lovely sisters. Michelle, you want to start?
Sure, I would love to start. I can be found on Facebook under Michelle Porter, and it's MECHELLE. I also have Instagram as well, which is Michelle1013, and my business, as Stephanie mentioned, is M3 Events by Michelle. I also have a Facebook and an Instagram page for my business as well.
Yes.
Phyllis,
Miss
I'll
Phyllis?
let you go.
Sure. I can be found on Instagram under Phyllis Clark, and Facebook page, it's Phyllis Clark Consulting. And so my consulting is really around helping women to understand more about who they are and becoming who they are. So women's empowerment. And I'm actually getting ready to start a Q2 persistence mastermind group. And so again, that's a small group of women who are interested in goal achievement around primary and secondary goals that they are working on. So just finished up the first quarter, and we're starting on the next. I would love, you can find me at phyllisclarkconsulting.com as well.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Yes. And the lovely Miss Betty, where can we find you?
The Technology Challenged. You can find me on Facebook under, Betty Winston Baye. And if you see photos of my sister, my baby sister, 20,000 photos, she is fabulous. Okay. So you will have to go through all of that to get to me. But I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on BettyBaye.com, and I'm putting the bag out. I need to update my my website, but it's a little dated. But you can get me there if you want to book me for a speaking engagement or what. And listen, y'all, I'm still trying to sell my book, the book of David, East Harlem Love Story. I have a couple of book signings come up. I'm really excited. So if your organization or somebody would like to book me to come and talk about my books and and to sell some books, just let me know. So again, I'm on Facebook, and you can go to BettyBaye.com. And my name is not Betty Bay, it's Baye.
It's Baye. Absolutely.
Yes. The name lives on.
You have a copy in front of you, Miss Betty? You have a copy in front of you?
Yes, I do. We do. It's right here on the shelf. Should I get it down and show it? No, you don't want me to get up. No,
We'll make
Right. Yes.
We'll make sure they know where
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Stephanie, you want to wrap up?
Yes. And so last but not least, you can find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, Stephanie Lackey, Lackey. You can also find me at SL Consulting Solutions, which is my company, as well as the AgileEntrepreneur.net, which is my empire of public speaking, consulting.
Empire, baby. I love the word.
Empire. It's my empire. Absolutely. So that's the AgileEntrepreneur.net, which is also on YouTube as well. And then my Faith Fighter channel, you can find that on YouTube as well. And we all are faith fighters. We all are experiencing something in our life that we are fighting. And so I'm building a nation of faith fighters. And so I would love for you to come join me, Stephanie Faith Fight. You can find me on YouTube as well as on Facebook. We really have enjoyed this show and reconnecting and reuniting with one another.
Love it.
Tune in, please, as we all have said. We have some fabulous episodes coming up. We want you all to join us, and also reach out to us. If there's a subject that you would like us to talk about, no matter what it is, please reach out to one of us, and we will definitely consider it as well. And we thank you for tuning in this evening to Good Grief, Good Gossip, Good God on SSC Live TV. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Hey.